happens is great. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Happy 11/11 portal, and we're so happy to be here with you today, especially since JJ and I both don't feel very well today. But
Yeah.
because it is the 11/11 portal, we're just going to plow right through it. We're going to talk a little bit about why that might be. And well, we couldn't miss 11/11. I mean,
No.
if we had to miss any double digit day, this is the one I wouldn't want to miss. So we just plow through and so two things. Welcome first, JJ. I'm glad you're here. Thank you, dear. And
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask the community send both of us energy because we need it. But I want to say, Annie Bear, happy birthday to your son, and I hope you have a wonderful day with your family. And I know JJ said the same thing. So yeah. And I see Ness that you're here, and oh my God, I was supposed to meet with Ness yesterday, and I was supposed to do a show with Terry yesterday. I'm just like, ooh. Anyway, back to my announcements. If you get a chance today, 1 o'clock Pacific, which is 2 o'clock Mountain, 3 o'clock Central, 4 o'clock Eastern, on Marina's channel, Heart Center Tarot, she's celebrating 2,000 subscribers, so that's wonderful. And on later on as well, after maybe having a nap, JJ will be on with Kim, and I hope she feels better by then. So yeah.
I'm
And
actually
that's at
really
4 o'clock.
curious. I'm curious if there's anybody in this community who's feeling this as well, because I have a feeling this is the portal. Because today I'm like, my energy's like, ooh, and I'm cranky. Oh my God, my poor husband yesterday, the last few days.
It's not monthly. It's more than monthly. Okay. Yeah. Annie says, what are you feeling? So I'll tell you what I'm feeling, and then I'll let JJ say. With me, I ache all over. Yesterday I broke into a cold sweat and just exhausted, totally exhausted. And today I just want to go back to bed. I just don't feel like I have had any sleep. So that's kind of, and my stomach isn't the best. So how about you? What's going on with you? You're just cranky.
It sounds like some of them are feeling this. Yeah. I've been okay. So I'm not sure. I kind of have a feeling this is because I went to a retreat with like-minded people from this community. And when I came back, I kind of feel like I'm in the doldrums. Did you feel that when you came back from your retreats?
Yeah. Because you don't want to leave those people. Yeah. You just,
I'm going.
You get that high. Yeah. Nope. I get it. I'm just really glad you went. Yeah.
No, that lined up great because somebody canceled, so I was able to grab their spot to attend. But I feel very, very achy. Like I'm going through the day, like stretching my muscles, and I just took some Dayquil and some more Tylenol on top of that. But yeah, very achy, tired. Like today, the energy. I think it's just telling us to pay attention and rest. So
yeah, I agree with you. That's the self-care thing is there, but there's more than that. It's like, I think Linda G, and I hadn't watched it, but I think Linda G posted something or said something about this, and she said we are already there. And I think part of us might be, at least we got maybe 1 foot, 1 arm in there. And I think that we're trying to adjust to that energy as a way of life, maybe. I don't know if that makes any sense. But yes, Jessica Lynn feels like a hermit this weekend, and that's really good. Well, thank you for all the bear hugs and everything. Fogo Pogo says it's after convention depression.
Yes.
Bear mode for Annie Bear. Yes. Or Smith says, spend day alone arguing. Yeah. Oh God, yes. I had that with my husband. He got hacked on Facebook, and so I told him that, and I didn't explain it well enough because it was the middle of the night when I sent him a text, and so we've been having some communication problems as well. So yeah. Oh, Carolyn and Peter, you're here. Good. Teresa Ford says you ache and tingle like when your arm goes to sleep. All right. All right.
Yeah. So why don't
Jan's
we
been.
ask? Yeah,
Okay.
I'm gonna ask
Go ahead.
TUTAH if they could help us with this, because I mean I'm all for
I
nappy
agree.
and feeling yucky, but if we could lift it a
Yeah.
little, that'd be
But
great.
we don't want to. We don't want to actually reiterate that energy in our, say, oh, I don't feel good, and then we bring that to us. So yeah. So go right ahead. That would be wonderful, JJ.
Communication problems. That's so much nicer to say, Nifra, than I've been a pain in the ass. Today I've started talking to myself in the third person because my husband comes out and I'm like, I'm just like, you should give JJ some space today.
Oh, you don't remember this probably, but when Bob Dole was running for president, he used to say, Bob Dole thinks blah, blah, blah. He'd always say that. He'd never say I.
Yeah.
He'd always say Bob Dole.
Yeah. I think it's way
So
safer for me to use my name in the third person today for my
Yes.
family. And I'm
Yes.
just like, if this is menopause, guys, we are all in trouble.
Well, I will tell you, my daughter's going through perimenopause, and she's having a really tough time. So
Yeah.
So, should I say hello to people first, and then you
Yeah,
can
let's
do
say
your
hi to
thing? Or
everybody.
okay, let's do that. All right. Costco made the cupcakes for the party, Andy. That's really good. That's always the best way. Mousie's here. Hi, Mousy and Lottie. And I would click on these, but my computer's kind of wonky today as well. So isn't that wonderful? Let's see. Fogo Pogo, Fatima, nice to see you. Ness, we're gonna get together one of these days, Ness. I promise. Oh my, we have to keep canceling. Both of us keep having issues. So anyway, Jessica Lynn, Teresa Ford, Nivra, Imagine with Me, Shamanic Journeys, Leah, Laura, Hammond Davis. Oh, I love it, Laura. Thank you, Eliza, Core Smith, Carolyn and Peter Booker, Amanda Carroll, Rose Blue. Okay, I'm going to click your question, Leah. Let's see. Rossi, Jan's free. Good day the whole time. We got quite a number of people here. Thank you all for being here. We're sorry we both are so low energy, but you'll bring us up a little bit. Wiki's here. Yeah. And Christine Fryer. I like what Rossi said. I put it up about being with people of higher vibration and then having to go back to be with people of lower.
Yeah.
That, yeah. Yep, Wiki. Yeah, we lost electricity here, Wiki, last night for 3 hours. And because there was no fan blowing, my dogs heard everything. And they kept me awake. They did, because we always have a fan. It's a white noise, Happy Diwali, Flower Beauty. Oh, I think I forgot that it's Diwali. That's wonderful. It's a beautiful festival of lights. I think have I got everybody? Oh, I don't want to miss anybody, but let's see. Oh, Craig Dixon, Laurie, Janet DC, Karen Johnson. No, some other Carol's here. Warrior Girl's here. Oh, wow, you guys, we got 56 people here. Thank you for coming. That's wonderful.
Thank you.
We love you so much that we didn't want to miss it. Yeah. Hi, Thomas. Yeah. And hello, Carol Lamb. Yeah. So I think I got everybody. Christine Brooks. If I didn't, I'm sorry. I was going really fast. But if you just came in late, both JJ and I have some low energy today. And so we're going to ask TUTAH what to do. JJ and I kind of think this is part of the 1111 or the 5D activation. So we're going to leave it to you, TUTAH, to come through.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and ask your questions because there is a special energy about today. It's just let me see what they say. It's a time to say greetings and invite the new ones in, our guides. Siapanku ishe kyama tutyama ushamawa. Yeti tano kapa ush tano kya. And they're just showing me as if we're the newborn, the newborn. Pakotama ukati tonoshtita. And when you're the newborn and all of the changes, like you want to rest, your ears are sensitive, your eyes might be sensitive to light. And they're saying also our animals, or the animals, are also sensing these things as well. So to be mindful of our friendly little four-leggeds, two-leggeds. Pa'oka tita ushimankia. I see some older suitcases, and they're packed and they're ready to go. And they're like, once we know that there is a journey to begin, once we're all packed and we're all ready and we did all of the work, there is this little bit of feeling of I'm excited for this journey, and I know this journey was coming. However, I'm really tired from like the planning, the packing, the cleaning before we go. There's like this bit of exhaustion. And they say that 1, 2, 3, 4. And they say it's okay because we have like this 5-day opening of this time. It's not like just today, almost as if we're all feeling it from a couple of days before, a couple of weeks before as well. They love that we we have these days and lots of things happening on this date. They just want to let us know that it's not just today, but I think we all know that anyways. It goes out at least for the next 5 days. So you can rest, young ones. But all of the work is done. So enjoy the resting if that's what you're feeling. Some of us may not be in that resting, hibernation mode, like Annie said, the bear mode. Some people are feeling other things. They're like at the train station and they've got their candy. And it's like I see them licking like a lollipop. They're like, I'm so excited to go on this journey. But just be really gentle. I'm just asking them if there's anything that maybe we could all meet up. And even the people on replay can do this. We're just going to all meet up. We're not meeting up in a circle. It's like this whole room full of beds, hammocks, all this comfortable place. And they're like, come, rest. And as I see everybody laying down or reclined or however it is, some of you are on the ground for grounding. Oh, and the trees are helping for some of us as well. Water is helping. So whatever it is your element is, just think of like your favorite place, your favorite elements. And they're starting at our above our head, and they're just sending in this peacefulness. Shema, ye no kapano shema yewa no katano kyawa. Ye no ipa, pano ipa pakutano shema wa yewa nuita, and going to the head and the neck. Patuta numa shema wa kyawa. Shema nuitako. Anui tanoshtita, going into the shoulders and feeling ourselves relaxing as much as we can, as if there's the warmth or the coolness that our inflammation, our sore muscles need. Kuka anui, going into the chest, the lungs. Hello, kutito mama, thanking our body for doing all of those things that we're unaware of throughout the day, but they know what they're doing. Kotano shema mayua. Yamawa shemaui tano, going into the digestion and just holding on to the lower back for a second and the upper back. Pa'o titano katatana shtita. Kui kwa kishnema. Ye tano shtita. And just gently rocking underneath you. Kui, 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 kamashiwa. Sometimes we don't know that we need to relax certain parts of our bodies. And so we're just rocking it to say, hello, we're here. It's okay to relax. Yapa, nui tata no kiapa. Yay, tanoshita. And they're just like talking to the spine, and they know that there's cracks going on and tightness. Yapa, tu yewa. And there's support coming your way. Kuti, 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 kuti. Ano kato tanoshita, and going to the belly button. Tutita, shewa, mawa. Yetita, noeta, seeing our connection to others and Mother Nature. Kapano papakia, tito no noshita, the pelvic floor area. Puishewa, and the hips. Umama, kietuto noshita. They're like, yeah, sometimes we creak like the tree when the wind blows. Yapa, yapa, mpapa, kito no noshita. And seeing it going the legs, yatuita, knees, yetita no katanashita, another creaky, noisy area for some, pakuiwa. And the ontutonoshtita, any cramps in the lower legs, huashe washe makia tutanoi, the ankles, utano titanoshtita, the heels, ye panuk, and just talking to the people that have the issues here. Panuk totonoshtita, how hard it is sometimes to walk. Pakuta, ye pamakutanama, eshepa pakyawa, and just talking to the heels. Kuta, 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 ashtatano tita. And working on the instep of the foot, the top of the foot. The beautiful toes. And the bottom of the foot. And packing it with this beautiful love and light for those who have a hard time walking. What a difficult thing. Kopanoka Ushinawa. Ye Tanaka. Ye Tanaka. And putting on that blanket fresh, the softest blanket ever, fresh out of the dryer, and just tucking us in. What a beautiful thing today.
Oh my God. Thank you for saying, oh, that was beautiful. I needed that. And you know what? I have issues with my arches, and they tighten up and it hurts. You can't do anything with them. And so it felt like you were talking to me.
And I felt it. And I'm just like, that's how my muscles have been. Like, I'm just like, I can feel you tight, but it's just like, it's those muscles I don't normally use. And I'm just like, why are you achy?
Like, why are they doing that? Yeah.
Yeah.
So I have a question, because somebody else brought it up, but in the very beginning, you said that you felt, or you said TUTAH, we might be getting some new guides. Am I right?
Yes. Okay.
Because some people here are saying they already know that they are. Is that like these people have been at the ready and they're ready to change the guard? Change the guard, so to speak.
Like, it's an addition. Because there's the thing with the timelines that my people have been talking about. And these are the people, and they're like, yeah, guides as in they come with like the manuals when you buy something. They're like, we have some of the information for the time changes that are occurring. Pakotama ishtataniapa for the whole planet. Kyopama kyototama ishema yewa. una titonoma eshtata. And it's just like they're showing me a newspaper and they're just like, and in the news today, we have some guests coming to help us. They have the manual, so everything's going to be okay.
Goodness. Thank
Yeah.
goodness. So we just need to sequester and allow this new energy to infuse us and learn all about it. Hi, Wayne. Hi, Lori. Thank you. All right. So the other thing that I wanted to say, and I don't remember what it was. Let me see. Oh, I know what it was. Some people new here. Thank you for being here with us. JJ and I meet once a month on the double-digit day, 9, 9, 10, 10, 11, 11, that kind of thing. And she takes questions and asks her guides, her TUTAH, she calls them, and they come through with their light language. There is no particular, a lot of people hear the light language differently. They hear it, I hear it as Native American more than anything when you do it. Some people say they hear other languages come through, but yeah, it's we just love listening to them because they sound so, the noises they make, the things that they speak through you are just lovely. So
yeah, and it is different for each person. Sometimes it sounds completely Asian. Sometimes,
True.
TUTAH means teachers, which there's more than one that come through for whoever shows up. It's kind of custom for the for the channeling.
And I can only say that since JJ and I have worked together, which has been about a year, I believe, on and off. And I know she's going to be on with Medium Kim today as well. So if you want more of JJ, you know where to go. But I just think it's become more and more important. More and more information has come through for us through different times in the month. And you're just growing and growing, JJ, or TUTAH is growing in you. Let's put it that way. And I know that it's all a gift from there, but still we have to be the receptacle, and you're a beautiful receptacle. So there you go, girl. All right.
Yay.
So Leah is wanting to learn her light language, and I told her to specifically come over today to ask TUTAH because of the question.
And Leah really helps the community out too. Leah's one of the ones that just really supportive and helpful. So let me see. I'm seeing it as isn't it so interesting to think about color and to think about if color has a certain they're saying the word pitch. And I see you, Leah. I see you standing there, and I see like it's coming in at an angle from the side, and it's definitely like I see the shades of blue, and I see shades of white, but it has like a very definitive like sound, like a pitch. And it almost like they're telling me the part of the body, and it's like kind of comes in through the shoulder, like a fresh wave in the ocean, how like the wave will come up and go like that. And it does have like it does have something to do with the sound, because they were just like similar to like wind, like like that harmonica, or like pipes. It has something to do with the wind, and it's so interesting because this comes through as water, but then there's this color to this very distinct sharp pitch. So interesting.
Wow. There is a word, and I may be completely wrong about what the word is. I think it's called Anastasia or something like that. Maybe it's synesthesia. And it's people who can hear music through color.
Oh,
So in other
yeah.
words, yeah, it reminds me of if you ever watched Fantasia, the Disney movie that was made many years ago. It's a cartoon,
Yeah.
but it's all this
Mhm.
color and this music comes together. So maybe she has that ability. Yes,
Well, look at
colors
that.
do have frequency. Yeah,
Ooh,
yeah,
got
yeah. Wow,
goosebumps.
that's
Mhm.
that's wonderful. Yeah. So I got goosebumps when you said that. I thought to myself,
Yeah.
some people can, it doesn't take anything for them to hear the color. And sometimes I
Yeah.
think Medium Kim can do that. She's very tied into color.
Oh,
So,
yeah, you know
oh,
what?
you've
Yeah,
experienced
I'll ask her
it.
about that, later on today.
Okay.
I hope I don't
Okay. So
forget.
yes, that's what it is. Thanks, Eliza. Yes. Synesthesia. Yeah. 7 notes, 7 colors. Oh, Ness, you have that? I have that I also
Ooh.
means numbers, letters have gender or colors. Really? See what we're uncovering
It's
in
like
this. I love
information
this.
that yeah, information, like some people know that language. And we were just talking, Karen Starseed Awakening 1111 and Tarot Stash Gerald. We've been having these
Yep.
communications about light language and how it's not just a spoken sound. It's like it can
Right.
be musics, clicks, symbols, artwork. It's just a way of
Yes.
channeling. But wow.
Channeling whatever it is.
The
Maybe that's
whole
what you're doing, Annie, with your book. She's painting, and that's
oh my
that's her
gosh. Yeah.
way of, you know.
Yeah.
Ness, tell us what 1111 is for a number and a gender. I would love to know.
Yeah.
All right, that's really cool. All right. Uh, thank you so much, everybody. That really resonated, though. All right, so we have Craig wondering
Ooh,
if
okay.
Clara has a message. He feels a little tired. That's because you're up too
Yeah.
late at night talking to Clara.
Um, yeah, I actually got the privilege of meeting, Craig. We were in the same group,
Yes.
when we were in Bryce. So we have these little
Uh-huh.
groups that we rotated, for the different,
Yes. Yeah.
classes.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So Craig was in
Uh-huh.
mine. Let me see. Konakoka. Yeah, and they're showing me, Craig, there are these two like light arcs and what's the word,
Mhm.
perpendicular, when they're like side by side, right? Perpendicular.
Yes. Mhm.
And it's as if you and Clara are the two light like bands. Kitama ko tanoshita through universe, through universe, through universe. Atokama atitanoshita kushimawa titaonumoshita kya, and the light I see is kind of golden white. Mpautu ka no tatano kyapa. Ashtatano ikitana kyatia. Together forever. Pama shemal titonoshita. Like there's no separation. Pakutanoshita, always together. Yapanui tetana kiatana, Ushama yewa nuita, Kiapama pakiano shewa, Anui tano kapapa yewa nuishtita. They're showing me something, and it's not super specific in my vision right now, but it's as if I can see like a countertop, almost as if it was in the bathroom. And I see like laying some things out. Ku anui isha ma titiono tiashiwa, anui titano kapama ushima yua, kuta ushe. It's almost as if you're going into like like one of those travel bags with like the bathroom items when you're traveling. And it's like it's an older one. um it's got the zipper, it's made out of like this leather. And it's like you're taking these things out of this travel bag. Kupa no shite, anoi kapa no ka, ashtatano kiapa no shita. And it's just like scissors, scissors, scissors. Scissors can be used for many things. Yatuki, yetita, scissors can be for pruning. Papakutano no shitano kiapanoi tatano mashtita. Ishimaya moi awi awi mama ushima wa yewa. And they're like, not necessarily for you, Craig, but papakuna titono shita. Like if you look at a bonsai tree and you think of it as like the collective or a certain timeline or a certain like historic thing, and the pruning and the trimming could be an energetic way of helping. um, I mean, stories were meant to be the stories, but you can go through and maybe think of it as pruning some of the imprint. That might mean more to you than to me. But yeah.
Okay. Wow.
Tuta's very, very
So
chatty.
very chatty. When your low energy Tutah's like, boing. Okay.
I bet you I'm going to feel a lot better after this. Yeah.
I hope you do. I hope
Yeah.
that's what you needed. I just wanted to say I asked Ness about number 11 because it's 11 today. And she
Yeah.
said when she reads it, it's like the King of Swords energy, flat, masculine, Aquarian like. Okay. I love that. Thanks, dear. Thank you. Okay, Craig. Thank you, dear. All right. So, Nivra, will her plans to cohabitate with my significant other create the new beginnings we are hoping for?
So when I read this before, when you wrote this, I swear I saw plants. It's like, well, my plants, it's almost like when I cohabitate with my significant other to create new beginnings, will my plants help me?
Oh my
So I don't
God.
know if
That's great.
you need to go to the garden supply place and buy some plants.
There you go. Yeah,
Yeah.
dig it up. Yesterday, there was a woman who had a thing on with her keys and at the Marshalls, and I read it, and at first I thought it said the Smurfs on it, and it was because it was a blue one, and I thought, why would she be wearing a Smurf? So I get it. I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wait, let me put that on my to-do list. Buy a Smurf shirt.
Buy a Smurf.
I love the Smurfs. Let me see. My plans to cohabitate. Habitat. Poof, 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 poof. You know, they're like bringing in Star Wars. They're like the new beginnings. It's all very exciting. Yeah, if you get any cards on that, let me know. I'm gonna just check in.
Okay. I did answer this question on another show, but I'm going to pull a couple anyway.
Oh. That was weird.
Talk about communication.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to go ahead and reading on this specific question because I know you've asked about the energies, but I get here, have clarity. Clarity will come for you both. I think that it will be a new beginning for you, and that the clarity that you seek will be evident to the both of you and will bring you both peace. Oh my goodness. I got goosebumps now. I'm feeling as though this is so good for the both of you that you met each other at this time to bring each other the peace you both need. And it is a wide open relationship. In other words, you can go anywhere you want to go with this relationship because it's wide open for the both of you. So I get a really good feeling, Neva. Ooh, I got chills. I don't know if it's
I
chills or
know.
goosebumps.
Good thing we're all cuddly in our warm. This is actually my husband's flannel. I'm like,
is it? And this is sort of my walk around nighty. So
yeah. So this is really neat what they showed me because it's the whole plant thing. But I saw you, the two of you, and they showed me, they said roots, like you're growing these beautiful roots, but instead of saying beautiful, they said sweet, sweet roots. And I was like, wow, that's a really neat way to say that. And I look at the soil underneath, I look at what you're growing, growing through, and it's not dirt. It is like the most perfect soil to grow the roots. It's nice and soft. I don't see any like rocks or like tree roots that it has to grow around. Like this is how TUTAH uses nature to communicate with me. It's like perfect for fostering like the new beginning that you're hoping for. So yeah, it feels really good.
Wow. So Annie, she had to leave for her party, but she said she's been putting grounding rocks all around her. And I just got this beautiful labradorite earlier this week, and it's right
Gorgeous.
beside me just to keep it. And I'm sleeping on a grounding mat, and it's really
Yay.
changed the way I sleep. Yeah, it's very
Good.
interesting.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, best of luck, Neva. But I really do believe it's going to be really good for the both of you. And
Yeah.
get some plants, as JJ.
Yeah. Plants,
These
plants,
things are not
plants.
by accident, and you could always get a little Papa Smurf, so you'll be all set. All right, so Flower Beauty. I love. Oops, I'm sorry. I love the question, Flower Beauty. If it will come up. All right, tricksters, let's knock it off. Thank you. What can I do to ensure longevity and stability in my upcoming work projects? I need to
Great.
know this too, so I'm going to pull some cards here, Flower Beauty. I love the question.
Yeah, and Craig, thank you for reminding me. Happy Veterans Day.
Yes, happy
Out
Veterans
there.
Day to all our
Yeah.
veterans. Yeah.
Okay, Flower. Great name, by the way. Is that your
I know,
original
isn't it?
art? I'm wondering, Flower. That's really cool.
Oh, yeah. Tell us if it is.
What can I do to ensure? You can go first if you get anything, Allie.
Okay. All right. I think that all of us overload ourselves. So my first, would be just really wisdom that's out there in the ethers. Take care of yourself. Make sure that you take some time to be to rest. To eat the right foods and drink lots of water, and take care of yourself. But I also got that. I have the word harmony, and it says, may sweet and soft things find their way to you. So I'm guessing that they want you to be work with ease, softness, and to honor your inner child. And so my feeling is that it's almost like TUTAH and JJ had said earlier, that we don't even know we're not, we got this going on, and we tense up and we don't even know we're using those muscles. And that can happen in a work environment, and you can't let it happen. You gotta honor that. The last one I got was, interestingly enough, magic mushrooms, which never hurt. But stay open to the good and beautiful things. Fairy energy is coming and surrounding you. So I guess this also admonishes you to go outside. The fairies live in the light on the landscape.
See, this is why I love. Oh, wow. That made my heart like.
Wow.
Anybody out there got some heart issues? Anyways, so it took me a little while to get this message for you, Flower Beauty, because they showed me the earth, and they showed me that the earth was cracking open, and before I came here, they showed me an orange and how you like a whole orange could crack open too. So this is like something throughout my day that they're talking about. And so I'm like, what does this mean? And I have a feeling it's the way that you have a different way of seeing things, Flower Beauty. And I think that's kind of the key to a lot of things in your life. And we could all learn a lesson from that, is just the way that you look at things, because it's like, oh no, the world cracked open. And you would just be like, well, why don't we just study, why don't we study why that happened? What are we seeing in the crack? And it's just like other people will be running around like, the earth cracked. And it's like, you have this really beautiful way of, just kind of being centered, like around the belly button area, like centered. Um, and when
Mm.
you're looking at things, I think what they're saying is continue to, have that grounded center, and to keep using your different way of thinking. Like you come at it at a
Yeah,
completely different way. Yeah.
that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Wow. Um, Everybody that has come in late, welcome, and we're really glad you're here. We have enough questions for today. Actually, we have a lot of questions, and we only have a limited amount of time. So much love to you, and we'll move on for Jane the Seeker. And how are you today, Jane? It's always lovely to see you. All right, so. I was told my doodle that I have been doing since I was a child was a light code.
I
Oh,
love
so
doodling.
doodles?
Yes, I love doodling.
Yeah.
Let me see. Oh, and I want
Yeah.
to just say thank you for the I feel like I need to go back and just read the chat, because the community is like they're
A lot.
talking about how
Yeah.
the colors have the sounds and the music. Yeah. I could learn a lot
Yes.
from this today.
No,
Okay.
and the chat is amazing. It really, I agree with
Amazing.
you. It's almost like a second show in the chat. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
I just got to ask that the other one back up a little bit, because they're still like, well, the earth is cracking and blah, 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 blah. So I just need you guys to just.
So Jane, when I first read your post, I saw the word doodle and my mind was, oh, you have one of those doodle dogs, So here we go. And that's why animals must have popped out. So I don't know what that's all about. But anyway, JJ and I this keeps happening to us. But yes, it is. I have the clarity card again. It popped out again. And I think, yes, you're spot on that it is clarity. And it's saying that you just need to let these doodles flow. And if you haven't had a chance, take a look at the kind of uh, doodling that you can do. If I can remember it, I'll send it to you. My friend does it, and it has to do neural something, and it makes pictures, and you color in the picture. It's very interesting. You might want to check on it. Neurographics. That's what it is. Neuro graphics.
Okay, so hang in there with me while I say this. So, Jane, I know you've been a part of this community probably even before I came around. So when I say something like this, I don't think you're going to think I'm weird. But have you ever been told that you have? I see wings, and right now I see them as like a beautiful like heart healing color, like what rose quartz would look like. And so when I was asking about the doodling, I always, not always, but usually when I think of wings, I think of them as this really amazing conduit of like, just think of it as like the most high tech way to receive information. Like I see them sometimes as feathers, but this one as well is like this highly conductive material. Like they look like they're fragile. They're very, but yours are like they're defined, and I almost see as if you're catching like the flow of information, the flow of channeling, and it comes like through here, and into your hands for the doodling. So I would say
Hmm.
yes, light code. I'm not sure if you've ever been told about your wings, but yeah. And they were connecting it with the reading before, because they're like, it's almost as if, Jane, you can use the doodling to like suture up the crack in the earth. They're like, it's amazing what you can do with your doodles. Yeah. Oh,
Wow.
good.
Jane,
Okay,
that's
good.
wonderful. You work with
Yeah.
angels, yeah. And
Yeah.
somebody, Michelle said that sometimes they recommend you try it with your non-dominant hand to doodle with that and see what comes out. So there you go.
That's
And you're
fun.
right. I
Yes.
absolutely agree. We have to go back and read all these comments. Yes.
Yeah, we need. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. All right. So we have Lottie. Lottie B would love a message if the guides have one.
Lottie Dottie,
In the
take the kid.
meantime, yeah. Two things. The first thing is Eliza lives in Maui. She wonders if we can send love to Maui. They don't have enough water because they use rainwater to drink, and there hasn't been that much rain. We're dealing with a lot in Iceland, apparently recommending people leave their home after an earthquake. So as you can see, we don't feel good, but neither does the Mother Earth. And we absolutely send lots of love to all the Hawaiian Islands, as you asked, and also to those people that are in harm's way wherever in the planet. So,
You know, I'm always so fascinated. I like watching videos on permaculture, and there's this way of like building this structure pretty easily, but it harnesses the moisture in the air, you know, and so it brings in this water. I think we need to go back to those techniques. You know,
I agree.
relearn some of those. Okay, so Lottie.
Let's see what I got for you, Lottie. Lottie, I got you don't need it. You don't need it all figured out. That chaos is an opportunity for you to grow. Who needs chaos? But honestly, whatever comes through, it's just helping you grow. So don't take it. And look, this is the third time I pulled peace. Oh my God, this is a message for the community. If it comes through that many times, everybody needs to work toward feeling peaceful. The other thing, Lottie, I get for you is the squeaky wheel. You know what it does? It gets the grease. And so if something isn't working for you, make sure that you speak out and you speak up. Speak up for what you want.
You know, I love I love my uniqueness. And I love how I get certain messages. And I kind of feel like you're the same way, Lottie. We all need to like really embrace like our light, our song, our frequency, and it's true. Sometimes I know I get caught up in the why is this happening? What's the answer to this? And I love being that person, but I also learned something really important. This is for all of us, and it's not spirit coming through and saying this. It's just me that it's okay to not know. You might drive yourself crazy. Yeah.
Amen.
And also
Amen.
not only like driving yourself a little bit nuts trying to figure it out, but also we dilute things, you know, like I was just thinking about today, like I went to shamanism school because TUTAH was coming through and teaching me all these things about, you know, clearing energy and energy imprints in the earth and stuff. And I'm like, well, I'd really like to learn from a person in the physical. So, you know, I did go to shamanism school. But you know, sometimes we lose ourselves a little bit, you know, when we search for different answers. So I learned a lot there. I'm not saying I didn't learn a lot. It's just, I kind of wish I had just continued doing what I was doing. But anyways, speaking of shamanism, I'm always attracted to certain tools. Yeah. And so
selenite.
they were saying that that there are some vines holding you back, and you're just like ready to go forward. And I see these vines have like kind of they're fresh. It's not like they're old issues. Um, I'm not sure like where the vines are coming through, but they said it's time to go ahead and do some of the pruning. And these are some things that we're unaware of. So that's a really good thing for us to do, is just to have a chit chat with our people, our inner teacher, and just be like, hey, wouldn't it be nice if we could just trim away what's no longer needed? We trim away some things that that we're unaware of, that might be holding us back, or you know, tangled up on our feet or whatnot, and just asking. And that's why I love having these tools, just you know, for just to have
Definitely.
around. I mean, who doesn't need a super expensive?
They're beautiful to hold, but yeah, they become a symbolic for what you
Yes,
need to accomplish.
yeah.
Yeah, that's fabulous.
But yeah, Lottie,
She said that
yeah,
really resonates. Yeah.
yeah. And I don't even see like what the vines represent. I just see that it's time for you, almost as if plants and that plant energy does like stoke you up, and it's almost as if you are completely recharged. Go ahead and trim those vines. It's not always necessarily a bad thing. Yeah, yours is in a good way.
Thank you. So Carolyn just wanted to share, she can see in her mind's eye a large number of souls ascending and the freedom they feel. It's not a sad feeling, but a sacred calling home. Thank you.
Oh, I love that. Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Thank you, dear. All right. I'm glad that resonated with you, Lottie. That's wonderful. Imagine with me, Shamanic Journey said she had 2 new guides come in. She's thrilled. They announced themselves by giving her songs. Thank you for letting us know that. I resonate with the song thing. That's my thing. You know, there's a song. If somebody says something, I start singing the song that has that message. I'm sure some of you know what I'm talking about. I do that on my shows. Kind of a weirdo
and
like that.
This is a new YouTube channel for Brenda in the community, so you guys can go out and look for her. Yeah, she has that picture. That picture is her artwork. She has some pretty amazing artwork.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
So does she also have shows? Is she doing shows?
Yeah, Brenda does. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, then I'm gonna definitely check it out. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you. And her name is Brenda. All right. All right. So Jan's free. A message from her guide. She's been in retreat mode. Yeah, that's good, Jan. That's good.
You know, it's so interesting what they're showing me. So I see like this battlefield, and I see like somebody's like, retreat, retreat. You know, and that's sometimes when people are like turning around from like the danger. But what they're showing me now is that once you kind of do a U-turn and look at things from a different direction, it's like you can almost see the opening where you need to go to get like around something that seems like it's a energetic battle or like an energetic wall. And it's like retreating is like a lovely thing to do, because it kind of gives us time to like look around and just seeing the way they are showing me that you're going to find a way to get around it's like obstacle isn't the right word, but do you have something going on in your life that you might need a different route to go around?
Excellent. And some of the comments in the chat are so true. We get the same. The messages are a lot of times resonate with more than just the person asking the question. It could resonate with you, and that's like the best part of doing these kinds of things, because that's true. So, Jan, I've got here that you may have been going through a dark night of the soul, or at least a transformation, but it is an awakening to your power. So no wonder you're in retreat, and that's a-okay. you have some spirit guides that are wanting your attention. They are surrounding you, and perhaps you will be able to hear them, and maybe some newer ones coming in, as we saw today, that's possible. And they're wanting you to soar. Once you relax, look at it's Amelia Earhart, sort of. She's got a aviator's outfit on. They want you to soar because you have the power. And once you rest and you make yourself ready, you'll be able to ascend more if you're not already.
I feel like these cards, the cards you're showing, like they need sounds, like they need a sound effect, as if you have like a little sound machine, you know, like clapping.
Yeah,
or
yeah, like the Mormon Boys Choir or the angelic.
Yes,
That's
yes.
very true. These are very new cards to me, and I love them. One is called spell casting, and the other one is the wisdom of TUTAH. And she did all these I just love these pictures. And she doesn't have a face on any of these, and I like that even more because it just shows that, faces don't matter. Faces don't matter.
Yeah.
All right, Miss Rossi, new upgrades that are being given to you. Oh, wow. Thanks to everybody who's come in and for being here with us today. We are currently at the end time of the show, but if you're loving being with JJ, check out later with her with Medium Kim.
The end is near.
And now the end is near. Oh, they don't rose blue Amish dolls don't have a face. Well, that makes sense. That makes sense to me. Yeah. Oh, wow. I'm going to send a lot of love to Iceland. My goodness. All right, Rossi. So I have for you that you have overcome obstacles. It says, don't worry, darling, you're finding your way. You are becoming more carefree and joyful. And that takes us stepping back and away from ourselves. Because sometimes we check in with ourselves. Are we really happy to step back? Joy comes through us and in and gives back in happiness. And they're sending you lots of beautiful blessings. Oh, they just say you have made it through the toughest times. The other thing they want you to do is make sure you forgive others if you feel they've harmed you. Number one, forgive yourself for anything. And, it may be I forgive myself for not believing that what I was hearing was something that was being sent to me from above. Because we tend to go, that's probably, I made that up. You didn't make anything up.
That's where having a spiritual community like this is really neat. And if you can have one in your vicinity, like taking a Reiki class was something that really helped me find some of my spiritual people, here in the physical, because you can be like, oh, hey, something weird is happening. And they're like, oh my God.
And people understand. Yeah. Absolutely. Nobody looks at you with two heads.
Yeah. We're all in this together, which is really amazing. I would say, Rossi, that they were showing me more of, so they showed me like, first of all, I felt it physically. I felt like I could feel my legs, almost like it seems like for the first time. I could feel like it feels like a physical awareness of the body. And it's so interesting to think of upgrades as being like in the physical realm of us. But then they showed me outside of your physical body is this, like, it looks like it's about this thick. I love thinking about how we have this light body on the outside of us. But this is something, I feel like this is something different and unique because it doesn't, like, it's almost as if it's, like when we wear, like long underwear, it's like this extra layer of like comfort. But there's this really, I'm really curious to see like what your story is in the coming months or whatever, because there's this beautiful, like this light. It feels like light. It feels like frequency. And even though I'm seeing it as clear, there's also like um, this golden feeling about it as well. And it's almost as if I like thinking of like shamanism as like a hollow bone where we're like these conduits and we have this hollow bone where the information comes through. This is so interesting because it's like how we were describing the wings as being like an electric like antenna of some sort, but yours is this really cool outside of the physical, just kind of like where this information and to me it would almost seem like it might be staticky because it's not my language, it's not my download, so they're like not showing that to me. But for you, it's this beautiful place to it's almost like if something comes your way that's not of your alignment, it's almost acts like a bug zapper in a way. It's this really cool protection that you have. Protection may not be the right word,
Wow.
but so you'll have to let me know how that goes.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Yeah. Thanks, Rossi. Oh, Carolyn's got another little tidbit here for us. I don't know if you know, Carolyn is a person who can see ghosts and has transitioned
Ooh,
people to the other side and so on. So she's got
nice.
a lot of that wisdom. But ascending with the souls that are passing are the left behind souls, and those who have finished their business and were afraid to pass are being released.
Yes.
Oh, wow. So
Yes.
we're not
Oh,
only, yeah, we're
I
having
love
that happen too. Okay.
Yeah, I
Okay.
love this because when my language came through, it's been about like 9 years. I was my husband and we traveled throughout the United States for our business, and we would always
Uh-huh.
go to like my husband really loves reading about pioneer times, and just all of the information that happened there. And so I would go and we'd be near this river near a fort, um like specifically there was this river in like Wyoming, and then we'd go to like all of these other forts, and my language would come in and they would like do this opening for the people who had a hard time crossing rivers, because it's like you're just wanting to get to this better place, and there's this river you don't
Uh-huh.
know, like you're not near it, so it's like you don't know the history of the river, the times of year that
Right.
it's great to cross, and if there's snow
Yeah.
melt, it's like this whole other thing. And it's like these people, when they're crossing the river, they step out of the physical. And so
Mhm.
my language would come through and help the children and the people where it was super dramatic. And so they don't know that
Yeah.
they need to cross
Yeah.
over. Yeah. So that's
Um,
fascinating.
she hadn't, yeah, she had an experience and told about it on one of my shows where she was somewhere and this union, I think it was a union officer, came up to her, a past one, a ghost,
Yeah.
and said, I've got
Yeah.
all these people. Can you help me? Because she could see him.
Oh,
And
love it.
she said a portal opened up and she waited till they all went through the portal. I know, it gave me the chills. It's amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
I can't remember which fort it was. It might have been Bridger because we really like Bridger, but so
Uh-huh.
there was this so my husband was like on a phone call, I'm sitting by a tree, the language came through, and this huge eagle like landed and in my mind's eye, this huge eagle, and then all of these soldiers, because I was kind of excited. I'm
Uh-huh.
like, oh, they're going to help the Native Americans, but it's like no, it's like all the soldiers were crawling up on the eagle's back. So
Oh,
yeah,
uh-uh.
I love
Yeah.
that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool.
Wow. But thank you for sharing that, Carolyn. All right, so we got three more. Lisa Keller, and this may be the heart person that you felt
Oh,
earlier.
okay. Yeah.
What do they say about my heart? I went in for a regular checkup. Doctor says I have a heart murmur. That set me back. I never had heart problems before. I think I told her at the time when she asked before that my mother had a heart murmur, but she didn't know till she was about 50. So,
Okay.
but it's always been there. So,
Yeah.
anyway, yeah. And I still say, of course, go see your the heart specialist. Always a good
Yeah.
idea.
Yeah, the heart stuff. Yeah, I had heart stuff. It's so not fun. And you feel like you're dying.
Yeah.
And then the doctor's like, you're
Yeah.
not dying. And it's like, well, I feel like I'm dying. So could you
Right.
please fix me?
Get it. I
um,
get it. Yeah.
so let me make sure that I don't have any. Nope, we're good. So I drew the physical outline of the body, and they wanted me to send some energy to here because it's almost like, and it makes me feel like a little nauseous as well. But it's like the belly button and down. They're not giving me an answer yet, but I'm just going to concentrate and do a little bit of energy work there. But yeah, it's like I get this tightness right there. Let me see. Just seeing that area, even the energetic area, right where the rib cage meets there. And we've been talking about relaxing muscles that we don't even know how to relax and like how hard that can be. But we're just going to ask everybody in this community that's here now or revisits a little bit later, just asking our people to come in and help with our muscles and our achiness. Okya, ukya, mtie, shima, kya, tia, tia, nya, ka, shima. Manui tanush tamama kyawa, mpabanush tanui kai. So Lisa, I'm just seeing this this energy. Pako ano kya tia tia nya na shima tia wa. Ashema ye wa nui tanush tanui papakianush ta ye wa. And I really, really love when they show me this, where we are these beautiful, energetic, like golden, like energy, like these either bands of light or whatever. Because it's like it's almost as if they stripped away the human body. Um, and they love looking at us as if we're this beautiful light. And so right here, you're talking about something in heart space. And so just if you're good at visualizing, just visualize yourself as this light being and just scan your body from the head down to the toes. You can even turn yourself around and like scan it again and just see if there's any like disharmony or anything that you can see in your light body. And we just ask that our frequency, if it's in our best and highest good, if we can have the frequency best for healing at this time.
Absolutely.
But yeah,
Lisa, I pulled 2 cards for you. Yeah. I get grieving. And that really makes sense, because where is it that we feel grief more than anywhere is in our heart. There are people who say my heart is broken, or there's something maybe you have not grieved enough for. And so it's reminding you to find what that grief is about and to work through it. Of course, the physical must be taken care of as well. All right. I love that idea about working the way you did on her. Thank you. Okay, so we have 2 more questions. Mousy says she felt dragons this morning. What kind are they?
I love dragons.
They're the imagined dragons.
I love the dragons. Okay.
Wow. So, Mousy, I came up with one that I've already read today. I just pulled one card, and it says, "Stay open to the beautiful things. Miracles, fairy energy, and opening up. It's as though you were on Magic mushrooms. There we go again. It must be some kind of mushroom. What is it? White Rabbit. Go listen to White Rabbit by Jefferson Airplane. There you go.
I was getting that they, and it's definitely more than one. They are returning. I feel like they've been very busy. And when I think of different dragons, these are the dragons, because there's some like, sometimes I get a water feeling, but these are definitely like a fire, a smoke feeling, and how fire and smoke can be like super helpful. I feel like they are returning. See, Titiana Yay, Titano, Capano, Catan. They're like, where would a dragon rest? Where would a dragon rest when it was returning from their, doing what they do? And they're showing me like this.
In a lair. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's stone. It's stone and it's dark and it feels cool and it's a nice place for them to rest. So they were returning from something.
So you are being asked to rest as well, because you're returning from your own journey, Mousy, to the ascension. And that's what we're all feeling today. That makes a lot of sense to me.
Mousy, I'm glad you said volcanoes, because I didn't want to say volcanoes, but it was like they turned something to ash and now they're returning.
For heaven's sake.
Yeah. And also
go with your first.
A different way to look at it. I think that was Lottie's gift, was a different way to look at things. Is that ash is, it's good for the soil, even though sometimes the volcanoes are not good for other things.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, Mousy. Final one we have, and Annie, I think, is going to come back because she's at her birthday party, but she says, how do I understand the blue light coming in? Is it relatives?
Oh my gosh. Okay. I love stuff like this. Great questions, everybody.
Yeah, it's been a really nice group today.
Oh, you know what, Annie? They're showing me it's the way I'm seeing it is like Christ energy, the crystalline. It's the kind of like the stories. The stories are returning. Like the purity of the stories are returning. To like burn, to like incinerate the storylines that were fabricated with an agenda. This light is coming through and it's incinerating the false narratives. So that's yikes! I got goosebumps.
So look what I pulled. Divine light work.
That's
and
a great
blue.
one.
It's blue. I mean, yeah. So working through you in divine light work with angels and guides and Yeshua and others.
Yeah, Yeshua.
Well, is there anything else that TUTAH wants to say before we leave today? Or that JJ might want to say?
Just really, what I really like about the messages that they came through was a different way to look at things. Like the way somebody was like, I've been in retreat mode. It's just I like how they today were like, look at things, see if you can find a different way to look at things.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. And I just want to say again, happy Veterans Day, happy 11/11 portal. Make your day special in whatever way that you choose to do that. Take time to rest and regroup. Know that others are with you, and both of us send out a lot of divine light to you. We will come back and see you on the 12/12, and hope that everything. I hope you have a wonderful Thanksgiving. I know it's early, but JJ and I aren't always on together, so thank you. God bless.